I'm Julian Hemmings, and I'm with Dipita. She is a freshman at Fordham, and let me just introduce yourself. Tell them who you are.
Hi everyone, my name is Dipita. As you said, I'm currently first year at Fordham University. I am currently a philosophy major as well and an SEO Law intern. So yeah, that's a little bit about me.
So Dipita, what got you involved with SEO?
So in the summer of 2019, I was part of the Thurgood Marshall Law program, which was directed at diversity and inclusion for high school students. And I was really empowered by the mission statements. And throughout my internships, I was able to clearly see the lack of diversity that was present in the legal field. And I really valued the mission of starting students from much younger age, while they're in law school, while they're in college, and while they're even in high school, to try to encourage more diversity, more inclusion in the legal field, just to I guess close the gap in the male and white dominated legal field that we live in today. And I think with and I was saying and I think with SEO, I met Vin in the summer of my Thurgood Marshall Law program, and well, that one was directed to high school students, but SEO Law mostly directs to other college students or kids who are applying to law school, which is our new Catalyst program. And they work with Hispanic and Latino and African American men and women who are applying, and provide them with amazing opportunities. So I couldn't not join. I had to.
What was it about your story that led you into getting into the Thurgood Marshall program, and where did that awareness really come from about equality and justice in your own background?
So I am a first generation South Asian in my family. I'm also the oldest. So I think being a first generation immigrant, that holds a lot of struggles in itself. I think specifically what got me interested in the legal was an incident, if I had to pinpoint the exact one, an incident with my dad when I was much younger. This was years ago, and he got in trouble for he was working as a cashier in a deli store, and he got in trouble for something that was supposed to be the fault of his boss. And he ended up going to court for it, and they put him on this little, I think, probation, but not really probation, of if you get caught doing anything else the next couple of months, you'd end up going to jail. And that was my first encounter of seeing the justice system not really play out. The whole sole purpose of it is to serve its citizens and to help. And growing up, I've seen a lot of different other things, specifically also a lot of sexual harassment cases amongst people that are very dear to me, in sexual harassment cases, and having those just be closeted, not brought out. I saw a lot of people, and at one point myself, to just lose faith in the whole legal field, because it didn't serve the purpose that it was intended to do. And there was a lot of racism as well. And I guess for me, I've never been one to just complain about an issue. I've always wanted to, even if it's the smallest impact that I can make, just try to fight towards making some sort of change. I think it's a lot easier to complain about how the legal system is racist or it's problematic or things of that sort, but I think it's one extra step, and it's a little bit harder to say, okay, well, what can I complain about how the legal system is racist or it's problematic or things of that sort, but I think it's one extra step, and it's a little bit harder to say, okay, well, what can I do? And that is what I want to do. I want to make even the smallest change in anyone's life.
I think that's so powerful how you're talking about you understand the system is flawed, and you understand that it's not serving its citizens, but you're not going to take the step of saying, let me step back and just let the system play out in and of itself, but I'm going to get involved. So with you being involved with SEO, how have you seen this program change people's lives? And another way, have you seen it even, change the way you perceive the law through the program?
So SEO, I joined in the beginning of 2020, and then I returned this year as well. I've seen SEO care a lot about its students. It's something I haven't seen a lot in my life, besides, besides the legal field, just in general, there's a lot of racism and there's a lot of hatred towards immigrants, people of color, minorities, especially the youth as well. And SEO, their mission is kind of to help, like I said, underrepresented students. They don't care about those statistics. That's not their first priority. And I think, in a society that we live in where everything is about the name, like the name of your school, how good you look on paper. It's never about the person itself. I think a lot of times, like your statistics, that gets clouded. Who you are gets clouded with who you are on paper. And SEO kind of, I don't want to say they completely disregard what's on paper, but they care more about who you are to offer, what's your story. And I think that's extremely powerful because that's not something you see all the time as well. I've seen SEO change so many people's lives. Just the alumni, the students that were in the fellowship last year, they got to work in some of the biggest firms in New York. Allen and Overy, White and Case, Davis Polk. And the list, honestly, it's really long and goes on. But and they're working with these people who know what their journey is. They know how hard it is being a person of color in America, working in the legal field, and they have that one-on-one mentorship. And as far as community goes, SEO, I saw it within my first day of working. The community and the support at SEO is amazing. That, like, to say the least. You'll never feel like you're competing with anyone because everyone always has your best interest at heart. Everyone's always willing to help, whether it's the administration, whether it's Vanna and Maria, or it's the students. Everyone's very, very supportive of each other. And I think having that support system helps you get very, very far, both emotionally, academically, and after law school as well.